What is going on, guys? JD from New York, right here on YouTube.com. WWE Off The Script, number 51, part number 1, to start your weekends off the right way, man. Week ending February 8th, 2015. If you guys are not subscribed here, man, what the fuck are you waiting for, bro? The number 1 source in all of the IWC for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206 if you guys want to keep up to date with what I do on this channel, plus all my WWE content as well over on Twitter, all right? You guys, you know, if you see Off The Script in your sub boxes, it's time to get the fucking party started, man, this weekend. It's time to start the weekend off the right way. I'm certainly going to start my weekend off with a bang, man. Today, February 6th, is my birthday, man. What I want from you guys is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You guys give me everything that I need all year round, just for showing up, just for watching me, just for liking the video, man. So I appreciate all your fucking support, every single last one of you. Without you guys, this channel is nothing. Without you guys, this series is nothing. So from the bottom of my heart, on my birthday, I thank you guys very much, all right? What I want you guys to do, if you can, I know I don't ask for likes. I usually say it at the end of the video, but if you do like what you see here, if you're new, subscribe. If you like the video, man. Let's try and get this video 600 likes before the end of the night, man, before I do part 2. That's for me and my birthday, all right? Thank you for all the love and support, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Now, news and rumors. You guys are here for news and rumors, all right? This topic, I don't believe I'm going to make the top story. Why am I going to make it the top story? Because people are automatically going to click on the video because it's going to pique their interest. Curiosity kills the cat, man. Is what they say, right? You guys know NXT. NXT is phenomenal. The best TV show WWE has right now. Okay, both on USA Networks, Friday Night SmackDown on Sci-Fi, and then the WWE Network. Anywhere WWE program is shown, NXT is leagues and bounds better than anything that they're doing right now. Okay, they have a tag team over there, the Lucha Dragons, which I would hope to see on the main roster very, very soon. I like the team of Kalisto and Sin Cara. I like the team very much. I think they would do very well on the main roster, and it would add more depth to the tag team division. Why would you take something that is so good and works so well and change it? Why? I don't understand it, man. Some instances and some guys in professional wrestling, they don't need to be changed, man. Tweaks here and there, yes. You know, Roman Reigns needs a change. He hasn't evolved. Ambrose has evolved. Rollins has evolved into the top heel in the fucking business. Roman Reigns is still coming out with the Shield outfit, with the Shield music, using Shield catchphrases. He hasn't let that go, man. He hasn't evolved. And that's who WWE is putting in their main event at Wrestlemania. Why would you need to change something that is working, is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. What am I getting at? Well, you're not going to believe this story, okay? Former NXT Tag Team Champion Kalisto, the gay hair stylist. I don't believe I'm making this a top story. Like I said, curiosity kills the cat. Through the past couple of months, and I'm speechless, man. I don't know. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I read this news article. Through the past couple of months, Reddit user Mets Fan Forever has become a reliable source for WWE insider information. While not always correct, the user, who claims to be a former WWE employee, has a track record of being the first to break noticeable or notable WWE news. On Tuesday, February 3rd, this past Tuesday, the presumed former WWE employee published a rumor report on a potential new gimmick for former NXT Tag Team Champion Kalisto, once known as Samurai del Sol on the independent circuit. The user's report notes that Kalisto may soon be undergoing a gimmick change, as he said he and Sin Cara recently lost the NXT Tag Team Championships. Additionally, Sin Cara is now wrestling as a single star on Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown. I'm sorry. Okay, correct myself if I made a mistake earlier in the video. Thursday Night SmackDown. According to Mets Fan Forever, NXT officials are testing Kalisto. Get this, okay? Pay attention. Have your ears perk up, man. They're testing Kalisto for an unmasked gimmick, which would see him work as a gay hair stylist. I'm speechless, folks. I have no words. I have no words. I'm pretty sure those listening to me, your jaws have dropped already. Pick it up. I got more. During his trial run, Kalisto was said to be highly impressive towards NXT officials. Because of his tremendous work ethic, NXT officials are seriously considering dropping the Kalisto gimmick and going forward with the unmasked gay hairstylist gimmick. A source from WWE has provided an update now as of this Friday to this possible gimmick change. Reddit user Mets Fan Forever, who has revealed legitimate insider WWE information previously reported that WWE had tried working Kalisto as a homosexual gay hair stylist, and that this may be his gimmick moving forward as he jumps from NXT to WWE Raw. However, this does not seem to be the case anymore. Thank fucking God. I got you guys with that one, right? Okay, thank fucking God someone has a fucking brain out there. A spokesman for the company stated that on February 4th, that the report was absolutely fucking false, and that Kalisto will remain the masked luchador as it's presented in NXT once he moves to the Raw and SmackDown rosters. Following Mets Fan Forever's post on February 3rd, Kalisto began trending on Twitter. The comments about the possible gimmick change sent fans into a ruckus on social media, where they trashed the idea, trashed the company, and complained about what could happen to the young high flyer's career if the company went that route with the gay hair stylist. Unfucking believable, folks. I don't know where this story came from. Mets Fan Forever, I don't know if he was trolling, if he wanted to fucking bring April Fool's Day early this year. I don't know. But all I know is if WWE went ahead with this, and we seen this on WWE TV, that it would be one of the worst fucking things I think humanity could ever see when it comes to professional wrestling, man. Professional wrestling needs to have some serious tones to it, man. When we grew up, obviously we knew characters like the Ultimate Warrior and the Undertaker and Macho Man Randy Savage and Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, those types of guys, the Berserker, Texas Tornado, Tito Santana, you know, those guys, Rick Martel, Razor Ramon, Jeff Jarrett, the list goes on and on, man. I can name all these gimmicks for you, right? Why would WWE go that route with a gimmick and make it that blatantly fucking embarrassing to the point where it would ruin this kid's career? Why? Why? This kid came from the independent circuit. Obviously, he was a prized possession wherever he was previously before WWE. Otherwise, WWE wouldn't have went out and signed him. Correct? Why would you even come up with an idea for that, wherever this idea stemmed from, man? I don't know. All I know is that if WWE wants to go ahead with gimmicks, they should at least replicate what the character is, the human being, man. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold represents somewhat of what Steve Austin is outside of professional wrestling. When he was in the WWE world, that Stone Cold persona was amped up just a little bit to make everything a little bit more entertaining. Same thing with The Rock. Same thing with The Rock, man. Shawn Michaels was the same way before he went all Christian. Shawn Michaels was a party animal. He was the Heartbreak Kid. Drugs, rock and roll, women. Shawn Michaels had it all, man. He lived the life a lot of us wanted to live back in the day, man. The fucking superstar that is Shawn Michaels. He lived it. He was it on WWE TV. That's what makes WWE programming and its characters and its wrestlers and its superstars, you know, entertaining and interesting. That's what makes you want to invest into a character. WWE doesn't need silly fucking gimmicks to the point where they're going to ruin someone's career like this, man. Same thing with Adrian Neville. You don't need a Mighty Mouse gimmick, man, because he's small in size and he's going to go up against the bigger guys on the main roster. No, fuck that. Fuck that. He can be underdog like Daniel Bryan, but don't take away what he's worked on so long down in NXT with Adrian Neville, the man who defies gravity. And when he comes up to the main roster, everything that he's worked hard to build down in NXT is washed away, and he's got to start all over again. That doesn't make any sense to me, man. That doesn't make any sense, and it's disrespectful to the individual playing that superstar. Kalisto on the main roster with Sin Cara, Lucha Dragons debuting on Monday Night Raw. That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. Lucha Wrestling has no business being on WWE TV with a singles guy, man. It doesn't work. Sin Cara itself was a failed experiment. Okay, it was a failed experiment. The blue lighting, the fucking introduction, the ring entrance, it was all a failed effort. Now, finally, Sin Cara himself, the original Sin Cara, is no longer in WWE. They have Hunico now playing Sin Cara underneath the mask, and he's teaming with Kalisto, and you couldn't have made a better idea, a better team, man. These two gel perfectly together. They look great. They look legit. They look like a tag team. Right now, one of your weakest points on WWE TV is your tag team division. Use them the way you are intended to use them, man. What have you been doing with them down at NXT? Same thing with the Ascension. You brought them up because you want them to excel and succeed. Same thing with the Lucha Dragons, man. You don't want to split them up. They're not going to go anywhere split up. Where they are going to go is they're going to make a name for themselves as the Lucha Dragons. That's the way you have to do this, man. You don't need to break them up. You don't need to fucking have them unmasked. No. Leave them the way they are. For the love of fucking God, I wish I was in charge of WWE, man. I really do. Moving on after that small rant. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That is the top story this week, okay, for part number 1. I do have news on Roman Reigns. Is Roman Reigns' plans for Wrestlemania done? I'll talk about that at the end of the video, all right? But the latest edition of the Steve Austin Show with Triple H has provided some backstage news on Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, taking place at WWE Fastlane on February 22nd. Steve Austin was talking about this with Triple H on the podcast. I still have not seen it all. I seen half of it and then fell asleep because I was exhausted. The match will decide who faces WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 on March 29th. Bryan won the right to face Reigns at Fastlane during the February 2nd edition of Monday Night Raw, which I did a review on. Link is down below if you guys want my opinion on that and what I think about this Roman Reigns-Daniel Bryan confrontation. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon had alluded to hearing the fans' response to Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, which led to Reigns, Bryan, and Seth Rollins all saying that they would like to face Lesnar at WrestleMania. A match was then made between Rollins and Bryan to decide who would go on to Fastlane to face Reigns for the main event at WrestleMania. During the podcast with Austin, Triple H said that this new storyline and angle playing into the fans' reaction to Reigns at the 2015 Royal Rumble is all Vince McMahon keeping his finger on the pulse or the trigger button, okay, of what the WWE Universe really wants. Realizing that the fans are smart and did not want Reigns to win the Rumble due to the belief that he's being shoved down their throats as the next big babyface, McMahon and Triple H are aiming to work the reality of what the fans want in order to keep the storyline progressing and interesting. What this means, folks, if you move all this bullshit out of the way, it means that they're really using Daniel Bryan as a sheep to get Roman Reigns, or at least try to get Roman Reigns over before he goes on to Brock Lesnar. But like I mentioned on my Monday Night Raw review, like I said, link is down below if you guys want to hear my full-blown rant on it. Daniel Bryan is being used as a puppet, as a sheep, to try and get Roman Reigns over. WWE did not have this planned, man. They did not have this planned. This is WWE realizing they made a fucking mistake. They're making you believe that Daniel Bryan could eventually go on to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but they still have intent on pushing Roman Reigns and try to get Bryan's fan base, Bryan's support over to Roman Reigns as he goes on to WrestleMania. But what WWE doesn't know is that if Roman Reigns is going to pin Daniel Bryan at Fastlane to go on to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, it is going to blow up in their face. You're not going to have Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble. You're not going to have Daniel Bryan be eliminated after 5 minutes, and then you're going to have Roman Reigns beat Daniel Bryan at Fastlane, pin him 1, 2, 3, and then go on to WrestleMania, and everything's going to be okay? No, man. No. It's not going to be okay. It's going to be a fucking disaster, and I'm waiting with bated breath to see it fucking happen, man. It's going to blow up in their face, and I'm going to be sitting there with my arm fucking on my hip and a cold beer in my fucking hand, man. Just sipping away, saying, you know what? I told you so, man. Watch Off The Script every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right? So, McMahon, keeping his finger on the pulse of what WWE Universe wants. They're playing into the reality of what fans want in order to keep the storyline interesting. The placement of Rollins and Bryan in a match, along with Bryan now facing Reigns at Fastlane, adds an urgency to WWE's February programming, man. Yes, they have to build the pay-per-view up. Fastlane! We're on the fast lane to WrestleMania, man. Whoever came up with that fucking pay-per-view name should be released from their duties of WWE Creative. Usually, the Royal Rumble winner gets put on the fast lane to WrestleMania, but with the addition of Bryan and Rollins in the mix, the storyline adds more twists and turns, throwing the fans off of what the company's assumed plan is, and that is to make Reigns the next John Cena. Don't buy into the bullshit. Daniel Bryan's a fucking puppet, and I feel sorry for the motherfucker, man. Fuck WWE. I see right through their bullshit. Roman Reigns is still planned to fight Brock Lesnar, and that's the reality of it, man. If Daniel Bryan wins and goes on to WrestleMania, I would be fucking shocked. But I came on this show just a week ago telling you that Vince McMahon wants and is not changing a goddamn thing this year about WrestleMania, and that he said no to Daniel Bryan this year, man. Daniel Bryan should fight Brock Lesnar. That's the match everybody wants. It would be the most intriguing match. But according to Vince McMahon, he thinks he knows what the fans want. Meanwhile, he has no goddamn fucking clue, man, because he is simply out of touch with his own fucking product. And he only sees what he wants to see. And he's too old to realize that what he's doing is damaging the company long term, man. Long term fucking damage. Plain and simple. All right? So that's what's going on with Fastlane. That's what's going on with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. And a small summarization of what happened on the Steve Austin show with Triple H live on the WWE Network. Now, I know some of you guys wanted me to do a Behind the Mic and talk about it. It wasn't as important as Steve Austin and Vince McMahon. That needed to be discussed, okay? Vince McMahon is a very private person. He's not going to go on these shows and really give it to you real life about the business. Triple H has already been on Chris Jericho's Y2J show, Talk is Jericho. So Triple H being on a podcast is nothing new, man. But what I do know is that Triple H did bullshit about a CM Punk segment that Austin brought up. He said that he has no ill will towards CM Punk and that he would welcome him back in WWE with open arms, and that hopefully WWE and CM Punk could work again in the future. Give me a fucking break, man. Every report that I mentioned about Triple H and CM Punk mentioned that CM Punk and Triple H hate each other's fucking guts, man. So Triple H, obviously, according to everyone who reported it, was lying about CM Punk. Okay? That was the only thing of interest there. Everything else pretty much is just Triple H being Triple H. And I did listen to his podcast with Chris Jericho, so it's really nothing new that I needed to come on here and do a Behind the Mic video on. Vince McMahon was a different story because you don't see Vince McMahon usually on a podcast, so that was something that was a first and needed to be discussed. WWE, are they doomed? Plain and simple, man. Are they doomed? Are they in danger of potentially going out of business in the near future? Well, according to Yahoo's finance site, they certainly think so. The site goes into detail about what they believe could be the top 3 reasons why WWE is seemingly failing to be as much of a success as they were during the boom of the Attitude Era. While the site acknowledges that a recent surge of WWE Network subscribers has led to the company exceeding the 1 million mark that they were shooting for, WWE stock has rose as a result of this announcement. It still says the company could be in rough waters. The report lists 3 reasons why they believe this to be true, while only 2 really make any sense. And those 3 reasons are aging talent. Yahoo goes on to explain about Ric Flair being 65, Hulk Hogan being 61. Both have recently been brought back in front of the camera in an attempt to bring back the over 30 people, the guys over 30 years old, to the WWE fold. Nobody gives a fuck about Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, man. They're not even on TV regularly. This guy is a fucking clown for naming this as the #1 reason, all right? So this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about right now. Number 2, injuries. They're taking a lot of risks to keep up the matches and being non-repetitive. Those risks could lead to injuries. In fact, they already have. One of the biggest has been Daniel Bryan. He was out for almost a year. This guy who's reporting this article says that if your most popular wrestler is not on camera, you're losing eyeballs. Those injuries may be part of the reason attendance is down at live WWE events, and ticket prices have followed suit as well. Daniel Bryan did not get injured this year. He was already injured, or last year, as to say, he was already injured. It was something stemming over his career, 10 years, man. Okay, so it needed to be done. Otherwise, he would never step into a wrestling ring ever again. He got it rectified. He's back. End it. Okay, so number 2, injuries. Yes, injuries is a big part of it, but WWE needs to start developing guys, you know, in line to replace those bigger guys if they do go down with injury, man. That's why developing the mid-card is so goddamn fucking important, and WWE just doesn't do it. They got a ton of mid-card talent that they fail to utilize, and when someone like Daniel Bryan goes down or John Cena goes down, there's nobody there to fill the void, and those are your ticket sellers, man. Those are your merchandise sellers. You gotta have replacements for them until they get back, in which they will reclaim their spot, man. You got a great mid-card. Utilize it, for Christ's sakes. And the number 3 reason, which is the most realistic reason why WWE's failing, and I totally agree, Vince McMahon. Yahoo says that WWE CEO Vince McMahon is the league's biggest asset. As a wrestler, promoter, announcer, and more, McMahon is seen as the heart and soul of the empire. Yahoo says that that makes him a huge liability. If Vince McMahon were to drop dead today, who steps in? Plain and simple. Triple H steps in, man. And Triple H is going to give you the WWE that we all want, because I think Triple H knows what he wants. He has a vision for the WWE. He knows what he wants to do with the talent. You see him work with NXT, and that's what we want NXT, man, to be. Great. He's done that. We want that same treatment for Monday Night Raw, man. We want everything that NXT is on Monday Night Raw. That's what Triple H wants to do. And when Triple H finally takes over, at that point, man, you may not agree with everything he does, and I certainly don't, okay? Some of his creative decisions, some of his booking decisions, some of his ideas have been absolutely fucking garbage. But I think Triple H taking over WWE will result in WWE being in a better place, man. I fully agree that Vince McMahon is completely out of touch with the product. He doesn't know what the fans want. He simply wants to do what he wants, and he doesn't give a shit about who's watching his product, man. It's all about the fans nowadays. It's all about the fans nowadays, man. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You see someone that you need to have replace John Cena. John Cena ain't going anywhere, man. Give Daniel Bryan his shot fucking with the title, man, after he lost it or was stripped of it. That's what makes sense, man. That's what people still want to see. That's what people still want to see. Vince McMahon even said it himself that he's shocked that Daniel Bryan has the fucking amount of fan support that he has now, even though he's been out for 9 months, 10 months. It's amazing. That's a true testament to Daniel Bryan, man. It's not the yes chant that's over. It's Daniel Bryan that is over, man. People want pure wrestlers. People want in-ring talent. People want someone that they can associate with. People want someone that is not forced down their throat, man, that has developed organically. Roman Reigns hasn't developed organically, man. Rollins has. Ambrose has. Rollins hasn't developed at all. And yet we're supposed to believe that this is our next guy? Why? He hasn't shown us that he's our next guy. Why should we put stock in him? Simple as that. Vince McMahon is the reason. #1 reason. The only reason why now, right now why WWE and all of its programming will fail. Vince McMahon is a detriment to the product right now unless he changes his ways and starts opening his ears, being a little bit more open-minded, and starts listening to the fans, man. Right now, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar is going to be swallowed alive at WrestleMania. Not only by the fans, but by the rumored Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler match that may be happening at WrestleMania, all right? Now, in a new live edition of the Steve Austin Show, more Triple H news. Triple H talks about the creative differences he and Vince McMahon share, okay? He says that one guy makes the creative decisions for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, okay? While he is the sole judge for everything that happens in NXT, Triple H. At the beginning of the special podcast, which will be available on iTunes and other audio formats later this week, which should be up right about now, if not by the end of the weekend, Austin asks Triple H about booking Monday Night Raw in the reality era, which is now super hard with everyone being so smart, like me. You know, we come on here, we voice our opinions, we are critical of the product, and that makes us smart fans. After acknowledging that kayfabe is dead now, Triple H went on with his response. He said that only one man makes the final decisions in what you see on WWE television, and that is McMahon. Whether you like what you see or you hate it, WWE is a book that never ends, going from chapter to chapter, and McMahon will move pieces of the puzzle around due to having his finger on or off the pulse of the WWE. However, Austin then asked Triple H about NXT, which airs on the WWE Network. Austin said that he really enjoys the format of the show, the lighting, the camera angles, the simplicity of the storylines, the amazing wrestling on the show, the crowd, the intimacy of the crowd. With that said, he asked Triple H what his process is and how he can duplicate it, because if it's that good, Triple H responded by saying he is in complete control of NXT and that he books and produces their shows for hardcore fans like himself. I make a show that I would want to watch, Triple H says. Okay, after also acknowledging that he doesn't give his talents full scripts. He allows the superstars to have short scripts or bullet points and allows them to grow as performers by sailing or sinking by talking on their own. Vince, you listening to this? Did you hear your stepson? Did you hear him? Huh? I don't believe it. He creates a program that could be more about what the fans want than WWE's major cable television shows can be, okay? Due to the less pressure of sponsors, corporate legislators, and stockholders, McMahon has a different product, and he feels like NXT is now an alternate brand that he wants to take on the road as almost a different entity than McMahon's product as the program is being viewed. Triple H needs to take over Monday Night Raw immediately. Vince, if you want SmackDown, do SmackDown, man. Give Triple H Monday Night Raw just for half a year to see how it goes. Okay? Or his son-in-law. What did I say? Stepson? Son-in-law. I said step. I don't know why I said stepson before you goons fucking correct me, all right? I'm a little under the weather, by the way. I got a sore throat. I'm fucking sweating my balls off. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on before my birthday weekend. I got to get sick. Woke up with a sore throat this weekend, but that's neither here or there. McMahon needs to just do SmackDown, man. I don't give a fuck about SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown. I'm religious to Monday Night Raw. Give Triple H Monday Night Raw for 6 months and see how it goes. If it goes great, give him the control of it, man. That's what I would do. I would love to see what Triple H can do at Monday Night Raw. I'm sure you guys would like to see that as well. Finally, guys, to end this week's Off the Script Part 1, the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter has revealed who produced the 2015 Royal Rumble match, which was the main event of the Royal Rumble event on January 25th. Many have said the organization and execution of the 28th Annual Battle Royal was among the worst ever. And now those responsible for booking, arranging, and producing the bout have been fingered. No homo. According to the report, the main producer of the match was J&J Security member Jamie Noble. His resident partner in crime, Joey Mercury, was an assistant producer. Criticism towards the match was even thrown out by WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin during his February 2nd live edition Steve Austin Show with Triple H. When discussing the Rumble, Austin said the match could have been booked better and maybe the crowd wouldn't have been so hot at Roman Reigns and the way he won the match. WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson, former WWE Tag Team Champion Road Dogg Jesse James, and Michael P.S. Hayes were also mentioned as agents that helped put together the match. However, most of the weight of the critical backlash is landing on both Noble and Mercury. Royal Rumble was fucking dreadful, people. Absolutely dreadful. One of the worst, if not the worst, Royal Rumble matches I think I've ever seen. The ending was fucking pathetic. And WWE really needs to focus on booking the Royal Rumble accordingly, giving you moments in the match that suspend your belief, and, you know, the order of the guys when they come through the curtain 1 through 30, man. It was just a fucking nightmare. Everything about it was just fucking terrible. And now Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury are to blame for this, as well as Michael P.S. Hayes, Road Dogg Jesse James, and Pat Patterson, man. Fuck that shit. You got to do better than that, man. Any one of us watching this show, even me, can book a better Royal Rumble than that, man. Like I always say, I could pick up fucking controller in WWE 2K15 and book a better fucking Royal Rumble. Absolutely pathetic, man. But that is episode number 51, part number 1, guys, for this Friday. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not following me on Twitter at JD from NY206, if you're not subscribed, man, what the fuck are you waiting for, bruh? Hit that subscribe button, man, for the #1 source right here on YouTube.com for WWE news and rumors. If you guys want more additional wrestling content, Joe Cronin Show, guys over at TRN, and Justin LaBar, Josh Eisenberg, and Bryan Gulish over at Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com. They also got a YouTube page with exclusive content uploaded every week, guys. Go check that out. Show them some love, all right? But part 2, guys, what do I got for part 2? The official return of The Undertaker for WrestleMania 31. When is it happening? What date is he coming back to WWE TV? How is he going to be presented? And is he building towards Bray Wyatt? I will have the official news on The Undertaker for WrestleMania 31, guys. You don't want to miss that one. Until then, guys, take care. 600 likes for this video, man, before the end of the day, for my birthday, all right? As you guys read this, or listen to this, I should say, I'll be at work. I'm working on my birthday. Boo-hoo, right? But Saturday I'm working early. Saturday I'm going to a beer fest in New York City, so it should be good. And then Sunday I'm going out to dinner with my folks, hopefully, for my birthday to conclude this weekend, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate all your love and support, man. 600 likes is the goal for this video. I don't ask for them often, but when I do, I want it to mean something, man. Make an impact, all right? Part 2 tomorrow, guys. Saturday morning. Until then, this is JD, and I'll talk to you all very soon, man. I'll talk to you guys later.